Hey you guys, what up? It's your boy Ty. We are back for a review of episode number 10 on RHOA, I want to say, season 17. Um, Real quick, some quick updates. I was finally able to get a fucking laptop. That bitch gonna take 20 hours to transfer files. Initially it said 32, but we're gonna take it. I'm giving y'all pajama realness right now because I'm tired. Like, I had some bullshit happen earlier with the group chat at work, and yeah. In the words of Mariah Carey, I'm gonna do the best with what I got.
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
It's my laptop thing. And, you know, if you see me fanning myself, mind your business, because for whatever reason, the AC is on 72 or 74, and I cranked that bitch down to 71, and it's taking a while to get down there, so it's hot. Just call me Tyson Oakley, because I'm the hottest nigga in the room. If y'all hear anything, that is a dog down there doing dog things. Bocephus. You better not act like a hood rat if somebody open that back door. Alright. Hey, Miss Roxy. Alright, guys. Y'all want some dogs? Anybody want a dog? Alright. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into... Oh, yeah, we got the locks back in, thank God, because life is lifing. So I was like, Ma, can you take something off my hands? So I don't have to worry about slicking my hair back for a little bit. But without further ado, we got our medication, got our notes. I actually did get quite a few notes on this episode, so without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so opening scene, I put down Pinky and Notori look beautiful. Hey, sit down. I put Pinky and Notori look beautiful. I like Pinky's. I also put I like Pinky's vulnerability. Now, in terms of Notori, she's not a part of the cast, but I did put I'm leery of husband managers. That's the best I could do to put that together. Normally, I'm better at it, but husband managers. Is I'm American. Husbanders. There we go. Husbanders. I might have heard that from somebody before, but I'm leery of husbanders. Hey, Wendy Williams. Hey, Mary J. Blige. Especially if it's a black woman. I'm very leery of that. I mean, they got married in 2022. Notori and her husband. You know, I give her points for hyphenating her name, so maybe maybe they got something different going on, because a lot of niggas ain't going for that. They want you to have their last name and their last name only. But neither here nor there. I hope it works out for her, but I'm leery of husbanders. Moving forward, I do like also how Pinky ran down her and Notori's resumes, ran them shits down. You better talk your shit. Let's see, my next note was Angela's burgundy look and Sin's confessional look is fire. They look very, very good in those, Angela in that scene. And Angela, I think all of Angela's confessionals look pretty good this year. And Cynthia, it's a new confessional look. I saw it on Twitter the night before or whatever, but yeah. It looks good. So they're at Cynthia's house. They're meeting her boyfriend, finally. And Portia, knock. And then I put a line and I said, a lady who I had the coochie kick need not ever feel entitled to just walk in my house like that. Like, Cynthia and Portia's relationship to me is so weird. I get it, go along to get along. Like, that's obviously the game Cynthia's playing. That's why she's acting foolish and confused when the ladies bring up Portia's weird behavior and mean girl antics. No, as if you didn't have to kick her because she was straddling over you on a boat. And as if she didn't expose your titty, as if you don't do that enough yourself, trying to get to Kenya, when Kenya was waving the scepter and the bullhorn in Cynthia's face, because y'all keep saying it's Portia's. Cynthia's in between them. But, you know. But anyway, I put, oh, he speaks Dutch. That's interesting. Whatever the shit is Portia said in response, bitch, when they said not Dutch. uh, I also put Cynthia, watch her ass. Watch her ass. Now, I want to believe Portia would not do that to Cynthia, but I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying. Let's see, what was my next note? I said, not Angela looking traumatized when waiting to hear if he loves her or not. You noticed that? Go back and watch. She was looking like she was getting them Charles flashbacks from last season. I also put, I like Cynthia's arrangement and how forthcoming she is with it. You know, they're long distance. She sees them when she sees them and she don't when she don't. And a lot of people, especially when they are, you know, divorced, twice divorced, been there, done that as far as marriage is concerned. Like, that's all I need. Just need a little companionship from here to there. I do you, you do me. Well, I mean, I do you. I mean, I do me, you do you. And when we see each other, we do each other. My next bulletin point was, Phaedra, come here. What is this wig? And I'm so tired of y'all in these scenes when y'all know y'all friend look a mess, even though these women aren't really friends. Like Portia and Phaedra, maybe. I don't know, because every other confessional, Phaedra is calling Portia a hoe.
You know, if they got the capital, got the pussy for the money, we got the money for the pussy.
If you got the money for the pussy, then you got the money for the pussy. That shit was funny though. I did laugh at that one. And then last week's episode when she said Kelly's titties are like chariots, they hang low. Now that was funny. I still want Phaedra to stop with the body comments because it's like, why is this your stick? But neither here nor there. That wig, and then the whatever. It's okay. I put down when Angela started discussing Shamia, I put Portia is so performative for her to run off to the bathroom. Like, it's very obvious that the group is taking on her issue with Shamia more or less. Like, they keep pressing her, they keep going after Shamia. It seems like they're going after her on behalf of Portia. So for her to act like she's so far removed from it, and, you know, even though we're not cool, I'm not going to speak down on her or whatever, like, And then as far as this information that Angela is alleging, where'd she get it from? And then I did put, I'm jumping the line a little bit in my notes, but when she said maybe it was a thing of the past, the only person in that group that would know anything about Shamia's past is Portia. So I put down for my next bulletin point, man and women's business, when Cynthia made that remark. While I personally don't like seeing a man who is, let's turn this down a little bit. While I personally don't like seeing a man who is too much in women's business, per se, like, I don't like how people look at gossiping as the gendered thing when the salon and the nail shop and the beauty supply store and the barber shop are all the same fucking thing. The same fucking thing. Gossiping is not a gendered activity. And I feel like, although we have seen how men getting involved can heighten things, I do feel like this kind of leaves Atlanta at a disadvantage when it comes to, like, other house husbands and other franchises. Like, what is it? New York, not New York, well, New York, yeah, those men will get in the field and play. New Jersey, Married to Medicine, the men like to act like they're above the drama, but y'all have y'all's own segment. Y'all have y'all's own dressing room. Y'all are in the drama. You're in the shit. And it's okay, just stand in it. But I feel like it leaves Atlanta at such a disadvantage. That's why, like, when they mention that show about, and I can't stand most of the husbands on Atlanta, but when they mention the show about, like, Ralph and Todd and, who is it? was it Ross or somebody? At one point, they were trying to play around with the husbands, season like 14 or 15. But I was like, it's not going to work because, and I don't know if it's a black man. Well, no, I think it's a part of it is race. Black men are so stiff. Like, y'all don't want to drink lemon water. You don't want to eat a banana without cutting it. Like, there's such this need to be performing masculinity. Like, it just leaves you looking kind of stiff. So, that's why I'm not too. Although it would be nice to have the husbands incorporated in the show. If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. But neither here nor there. The next bulletin point that I put is in terms of the K. Michelle situation. I said, Portia, you created this elephant. When you hit up Nosh and was discussing K. Michelle, all the fuck you had to do was say, hey, K, I know we building something. I want you to know there was no overlap in our relationship, but I did deal with Nosh. That's all you had to fucking say. Y'all understood it when Evelyn was sitting there smiling up in Tammy's face all fucking season to let her know on the season finale, and Tammy mushed the fuck out her ass. Y'all understood it then. Y'all understood it when Candela got her ass beat by Chrissy for being in Emily B's face. There's no difference here. All you have to do is let me know. And the fact that you acknowledged that you was talking about me to him, that's weird in and of itself. You can't tell me about my ex that you was dealing with. I don't care if it was 2 months. I don't care if K. Michelle thought it was more than what it was and he just thought it was a fling. It don't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. That's weird. Y'all defending that, that's weird as fuck. And it's not, like K. Michelle said, it's not that big of a deal, but you can't let me know. And that comprised with the oysters comment and the we're not going to be beefing with Drew, are we? And the little things that Portia been saying here and there. It's weird. It's weird. And Portia's track record is not the best. It is what the fuck it is. Some of y'all just started watching this show in the last few seasons, and it shows. Because ain't no way that some of the shit y'all be going up for when it comes to Portia, Williams, Stewart, Gavidia, almost McKinley. It's no way. But at any rate, I put Angela looks a damn fool. Bringing up that Charles be outside to slight Shamia by saying she be outside. Like, do you hear yourself? Like, she looks a fool. And then also doing all this at the behest of the woman who said she would fuck your husband.
Are you slow?
I enjoyed Angela her first season, but this second one, that fanfare is going to her head, and I hate to see it. I really do. I take back what I said about her being the closest thing we'll get to a Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore would never do all this. She might do the long game, but given if you got the money for the pussy, you got the pussy for the money. Giving her an award and she said she would fuck your husband, that's not something Kenya would do. She might play the long game and cozy up to you and get some information and shit the next season, but all this other shit Angela doing and going at Shamia on her behalf and stuff, like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Editing Tyson here. I'm so sorry. I have ADHD, so y'all gonna have to rock with it. Because I'm gonna draw a parallel later on from Real Housewives of Potomac to Real Housewives of Atlanta and Portia and Giselle being the anchors and how that is harming the show. I'm not sure how far I expounded upon that. But I will say one thing that's different here with these women. Like, Giselle, that lady is untouchable on Real Housewives of Potomac. With Portia, it's more like I feel like they will edit things in her favor in the past. Because I'm not going to lie, this season we've seen over half the cast call her a hoe in their, confessionals and stuff like that. That was a choice to leave that in there. So although I do think Portia is still somewhat protected, she's not like Armageddon protected like Giselle. Like Giselle, they will alter a whole storyline, a whole meeting or a perspective or a situation. Like, for instance, the whole conversation with Wendy, they took out all of the parts where Giselle was accountable and only talked about the surface level stuff with her and Wendy. They didn't talk about the colorism. They didn't talk about that. I don't think they would do that for Portia now. Back in the day, maybe, but now I don't think they would do that for her. So I think if we could get somehow, K. Michelle is a good fit as far as a housewife that's not going to fall in line. Kelly as well. I'm interested to see how this goes with them making up on the trip, but neither here nor there. People who won't fall in line with Portia, that is what we need more on this show. And that could probably turn the tide and get the show back to more of what it used to be about versus who can read and eviscerate each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a thought that I had. Editing Tyson here. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. My next bulletin point was Portia. Why did Shamia... Oh, yeah, I put Portia question mark in terms of the whole, maybe it was a thing of the past. And I don't put it past Angela. You know, she does move like a seasoned housewife in the way that she will say just enough of something to leave you thinking, So I do think she said that intentionally. And if Portia gave her that information, because mind you, Portia and Shamia go way back. They've been best friends since high school. So they know each other's whole cards. So I understand why Shamia does kind of cower when it comes to Portia, because the thing is, Portia has nothing to lose. Shamia has that whole house. And you have to understand, if Gerald, I think it's Gerald. If Gerald is funding Shamia, he's also funding her family, his family, to an extent, you know what I'm saying? I don't know their finances like that, but that would be, like I said, that house that Shamia's parents have. I don't know what they do for work. I'm not trying to be in their pockets, but if Shamia and Gerald contributed to that, I would not be surprised. It's a huge ass house. With that being said, she can only go but so far with Portia. That's why I'm interested to see this fight, but ultimately I hope they just keep it at the mothers, because Portia don't have nothing to lose. She already, sat there idly when Phaedra was accusing Shamia of sleeping with Candy and Todd, knowing damn well that lady was best friend was about to get married that year. She didn't go to her wedding for some bullshit excuse that she changed 11 times. She don't give a fuck about Shamia like that, even when they was friends. So she has nothing to lose. She's trying to keep that house to keep up with Shamia and the optics. Like, it's just, it's a lose-lose situation. But hell, if Portia start doing too much, Shamia, just air that clip out. Deal with Gerald later. Shit. Yeah, if you sit your ass down somewhere, you wouldn't be bumping your head on the table. Yeah. Walk off in shame. So at any rate, I put, Drew, shut the fuck up. Then I also put, your birthday party, bitch. That was funny. But Drew, in terms of, what was she discussing? She was either discussing, Shamia and the whole Dennis thing. Shamia and Dennis have a relationship outside of Portia. So if she invited him, don't nobody want, like, same thing as last year. Don't nobody want Dennis, especially not now. Look at him. I'm just saying, Dennis is looking rough.
You're in the hood now, baby.
Like, and then I saw that next time, the episode next week, when I hope this fool ain't gonna bring Portia no damn engagement ring, just because he knows that she with this stud now, and with Mike, well, allegedly with Mike. I think the Sway thing might be real, possibly. It better be, because I just saw Sway, PJ, and Portia walking by with some other people, and it's like, girl, why do you keep bringing your daughter around these fucking strangers, bruh? Well, Simon wasn't a stranger, but in the story you telling, you're not making yourself look good. And you alleging you just met him, and he's sitting, your daughter sitting on his lap. But, child, we don't have to go backwards. At any rate, my next bulletin point is, I love Kay's relationship with Chase. I've always loved watching them interact on the shows when he does want to film, because he's not very big on filming. And I love that she respects that too. And then I put, not gutter snipe. Kay is so damn country, bro. Like, I be saying that shit too, though. All right, my next bulletin point is, finally, a motherfucking smile from Gerald. Goddamn. I'll be goddamn. I love the culture, and the food looks amazing. I think Kenya might have dual citizenship, if I'm not mistaken. I know Ghana does, but that's something I wanted to look into, because, child, America is ghetto. Excuse me. But I definitely want to visit Kenya sometime. Definitely, for sure. And I'll tell you what I said last episode review. Gerald might win a beauty contest before Charles do. Gerald, he's handsome. Like, when I saw him on the picture, I was like, okay, he got, nice T face for him to be 63. That's a good looking 63. I mean, granted, they in Atlanta, you can get cosmetic shit. I don't know if he is or not. I would assume so, because I mean, for 60, or I believe he was 63. Now he's 64. But it looked like a good time. It looked like he was happy. His family was there. It was nice to see them embracing him. I put on my next bulletin board, Phaedra's your favorite, Shamia? Or is she the gopher? Is she the one that's gonna run it back to the other group? But then I said that doesn't make sense because Cynthia is there and she's the talls. So I don't know if editing pushed her to invite Phaedra, or if they're just genuinely cool like that. I know for me, all that, like I said, Portia and Phaedra are dangerous. We can do group scenes, but you're not coming to my house. You're not, or if you do, it'll be a limited capacity. You're not going to be coming to my house for something so intimate of a gathering. If you've crossed me in that way, especially if it was some BS, or even if it wasn't BS, because I'm literally about to get married. So yeah, but I mean, hey, I don't know. When you're in a toxic ass environment, like, and I hate to say it, but I really think that Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta, they pretty much neck and neck in terms of toxic work environments. Like, I can see why K. Michelle is sitting there looking like this is not a safe space. What the ROH, I've already moved on and grieved because I mean it's a damn TV show, but there is some energy and feelings connected to it. But the golden days are over. We're in Real Baddies of Atlanta. That's what we are in. So do y'all want to see bloodbaths? Y'all want to see people read each other every time? Y'all don't want to see conflict. So the women are giving y'all what y'all want to see, apparently. Let's see. I said Kelly drunk as fuck, LOL. And then her confessional, LML. That girl said, blame it on the wine. Or whatever she said. Then I put K. Michelle, what the hell? LOL. Then I put, not the did you join in? And then I put, did Shamia and Kelly do something? Because when she was mentioning, she touched Shamia's ass and it felt good and juicy. Like, the face that Shamia was making was kind of telling. But, I mean, it also could be editing. But it was like, you doing a lot of facials and drinking your drink. And I'm like, did y'all do something? Now, Gerald, if you and Kelly and Shamia did something in their bedroom, girl, you better let her do that goddamn scene. Shit. She can bring in a stunt double. Let's see. I put, not break the fourth wall, LOL. Speak for your other cast members. When Phaedra said, close your vaginas. Or vagina. I put, I would love to see Shamia receive the selflessness she's given Gerald. And don't get me wrong, the material things are nice. The car was nice. They did do good for her birthday party last year. But this whole fertility journey,
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not fair to the women whose health they're putting at risk. Go fucking adopt. There are the adoption system in the U.S. is so broken, and they could bless a myriad of black children who have been left in the adoptive system and discarded, instead of worrying about trying to use this fucking 64-year-old fucking sperm that doesn't fucking work. It's the sperm. It's not her. He's shooting powdered peanuts. Let that shit go. Let it the fuck go. But hopefully they end up adopting. I don't know if they've had a successful retrieval and just haven't said anything yet. We'll probably hear more from that when they do the reunion, which I think they're doing in a couple weeks. I don't like how they keep pushing the reunion sooner and sooner, season after season. But at any rate, is what it is. I put the Bigfoot edit took me out. And Shamia said, nah, I ain't Cynthia. I let you pipe up on me on that bus. You won't do it in my household. She will be Bigfoot. Bigfoot community is crazy. Speaking of RHOP, I put, girl, don't try to brush me with your nose, bust up on me with your nose, and then try to lick me to make it sweet. Girl. Like I said, if any of y'all want a dog, let me know, child, too. Oh, you're shedding shit. God today. At any rate, I said on my next bulletin point, speaking of RHOP, when two villains link up. Then I put, now Giselle, this you're on point with. She better be. You don't come to a scene with Portia looking a hot ass mess. So I'm glad whoever got her together that day, we could still do something with the neck.
No, but look at Giselle's neck. Okay.
But that would involve her being a decent person, because that's why she got the neck rings. Oh my God. Somebody on Rodney's live stream, I'm just going to insert the clip.
Oh, but lines in between the skin of her neck. Oh, God, I don't know why y'all be sending me this shit. But lines in between the skin of her neck, dark skin, though. Okay, the fuck on kisser. Oh, that was so mean. But lines in between the skin of her neck, her dark skin, though. That was so mean. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Oh my God. It's not nice. But neither is Giselle, so fuck it. My next bulletin point was Giselle can't help herself. Like, went right into Shamia. My God, today. Even off your own show, you still gonna be messy as fuck. I put, yeah, Portia, you don't have to ice her out because your puppets are doing it for you. And you're sitting with the queen of puppetry for whatever reason. I don't know. Y'all give, like I said, Portia and Giselle, or who y'all think Giselle and Kenya are, is actually Giselle and Portia. And I say for the most part, Kenya is Candace. Now, she just started with some people here and there, but for the most part, she is responding. But neither here nor there. My next bulletin point was Drew and Shamia are confusing the fuck out of me. I guess they bonded since then, which is good. I mean, that dissolves by the end of this episode. I also put Drew been in Portia's closet, but she looked good because that outfit was very Portia coded, as the people say, as the kids say. Not as the kids, I'm an elder. But at any rate, my next bulletin point, Drew be playing in people's faces. I wish Candace Dillard Bassett would have elaborated on why she wouldn't work with Drew again on that one particular episode, a reunion that they had. She said the way that Drew does business, it wasn't how she would conduct business. I wish she elaborated on that, but I can kind of see how Drew acts on the show. Like, mind you, they're filming the show, but this is still work, essentially. I've seen co-workers like Drew before. Yeah. You gotta watch those. Pinky took me out when she said FedEx box, UPS box. Like, my next bulletin point, excuse me, I put Shamia looks pretty. And her wardrobe has definitely impressed or improved over the this season. Last season, it wasn't that, like, Shania's never ever gonna be ugly. Let's get that situated. But it was the designer everything, logo everything, like hood rich, Atlanta. And I mean, she's from Atlanta, so I mean, I don't know if she's from Decatur, the same parts as Portia. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Portia's from. But nonetheless, I get it. It's a part of the culture, but, calm that shit down. Like, But she's looking a lot better this season, consecutively, in the confessionals and, for the most part, and on the, and throughout filming. But at any rate, I also put she definitely has some skills as far as acting is concerned. It was nice to see that, seeing where her and Pinky go, and to see Pinky uplift her. I just want Pinky to work on that word females, but other than that, so far, I like Pinky. I put K. Michelle fishing is taking me out. It was reminding me of, like, the old school RHOA, just watching them do silly, goofy stuff. Or, like, the way they edited the scene, not that fishing is goofy. It's very relaxing. But, nonetheless, Kool-Aid hot dogs is crazy. My next bullet point is the house is beautiful. And I put K's, and good for her. Took me out. I don't belong around you at the bottom. And now I'm already sick, LOL. I love me some K Michelle. I don't care what nobody says. She's crazy, but I mean, she is good TV. And she seems to be like kind of acclimating to how they are. She does keep mentioning that, you know, y'all like to say this is sisterhood, but that's not what I see. And if anybody can see it, it's a male identified woman. I love me some K, but that is one thing about her that I cannot stand. Down to you gonna forgive the nigga who apologized for saying your coochie thing in private, but all this energy for Angela Yee and all these other people. And I ain't saying don't have energy for Angela Yee, because as a woman you shouldn't do nobody like that. But as a woman you shouldn't do another woman like that. But at the same time, but neither here nor there. Case prerogative. It ain't my hot pocket to be forgiven about. So, I don't care for Phaedra, but seeing her and Kate interact feels authentically funny. It reminded me, again, like the fishing, them talking. It reminded me of the old days of RHOA, so it was good. It was a good scene. My next bulletin point, when they were at the, I meant to say Drew plays in people's faces in regards to Pinky and the whole scene with her and the whole miscommunication with the manager. I don't know, Drew had a lot of dip on her chip. Step Up was how many years ago? The episode she was on, what? That's So Raven. And I'm not trying to, like, it's not about discrediting Drew. She has a portfolio, but you talking about something. I've worked with John Travolta, but you're not him though, or you're not his female equivalent. So you can calm that shit down. Like, you're doing a little too much. For what Pinky said, and as far as I'm concerned, Drew is following up behind Portia, and Drew is known to be a liar. From what I was told, the Tampa thing never even happened. So, and if she's been with Ralph for so long, she's morphed into him in some ways, and she does act like him towards these ladies at times, and her slip shows. But neither here nor there. And it's a part of, you know, the abusive dynamic between them, so it's understandable, but she, you know, you cozying up to Portia, you'd have been around Ralph for so long, you'd have picked up on some of their ways for sure. So, yeah, I can see her playing on Pinky Head Top about the whole thing. And it's just weird. Like, why are you even coming to the... I don't know. Drew is weird. Pretty girl, but oh my God. Nice music. I got fun. That's my shit. But at any rate, sing on again, back on the ground. Okay, but at any rate. However, going back to now this Star Spangled Banner to situation with Rich Homie Quan and his family's event. I put Pinky wrong road. This is not the time to be bringing up that. Like, and this is where I will say it is hard to defend Pinky when the women say she's, I do not agree with aggressive, but coming in hot, yeah. Like, this is, if I was on a show and that had happened, I would have held that conversation for a later date. Me and Drew can go to lunch and talk about it or something. Or at the next group lunch scene, I can say, hey, I didn't want to bring it up at the Rich Homie Quan situation, given the environment, but I didn't like how you played on my head top about the whole audition situation. That's it. But neither here nor there. Excuse me. I did put, was the Black National Anthem not an option? Like, with everything that America has been, always has been, and is currently taking us through there, we as black people, just for fucking being black, could we not sing the fucking Black National Anthem?
You're a nigga.
I'm just saying. I put she def hit that note now. When Pinky said hit that note now. But she def hit that note and put a little stank on it at the end. Drew's a good singer. I'll give her that. I put, oh damn, prayers up for Dylan, Mr. President. That MCL, that's no joke, tearing that up. I've always been kind of like I know sports is a thing, especially amongst young boys, but I've always been, I mean, I'm not having kids, but if I did, like, I was going to try to sway my kid into something that wasn't going to have their head knocked through a dryer, and a washer, you know, like these athletes be fucking getting injuries out the ass and fucking knocked in the head and shit, CT, like, I'm not even able to enjoy consuming sports the same way I used to be able to. Just because they really don't it's modern day slavery. With some money on it, they do get paid, you know, if they make it pro and stuff, depending on how their contract's set up, but I don't enjoy it. But prayers for Dylan, hopefully he gets better. One thing I always give Phaedra is she seems, as much as I don't trust her as a person, and she is a weird lady, I will say those sons seem to be doing normal. They seem to be okay. They seem to be functioning, flourishing, all that. So, yeah. I think she takes her motherhood very seriously from what we've seen. I put, in terms of the Kay going into the event and finally speaking afterwards and meeting up with everybody, I put Kay was very mature, and I did like that she, you know, said it's bigger than Drew. And I like how she spoke to the family and all that. I put Kay was very mature up until came for the family, not you, LOL. But then I put also, but Drew was being passive aggressive. When Drew starts to do that, oh my God, me, all that, when her voice gets high, like that's how Raven, when Raven voice get high and she lying, that's when Drew is playing on your head top, when her voice start getting high. I don't know if y'all know her tale, just like Portia, she start lying when she start, them teeth try to fall out her motherfucking mouth, she lying. When she start umming and hawing and, well, hell, when she breathes, she lie. Like, I mean, I don't know why y'all can't pick up on these people's behaviors like that. And that's why I'm not mad that K Michelle walked out the fucking event. I don't have no one else. Do I have to do? Okay, we almost there. But at any rate, I like how Kay, basically they was like, we're not gonna do this here. And then I also put for Kay's confessional, I said, yes, Kay, run down that education. I don't have to present anything for you. That look, Kay, I'm gonna have to give best confessional to K Michelle. Like, if not best, at least top 3. That gray cowboy shit is so fucking fire. And you know, most first, I mean, well, Kay's no, you know, new to reality TV, but still, even then, a lot of people, their first season, I don't know, it'd be a little, be a lot of misses, not a lot of hits. But Kay, she's doing great with the outfits and stuff like that. And my next bulletin point was, I got your purse, Kimberly. That shit with Shamia took me the fuck out. That whole scene took me out. Like, her trying to leave Shamia. Dude, come here. I get your purse. Okay, I got you. Okay, okay. Girl, fuck that purse. Fuck Drew. Went and took Shamia car. Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. I put Shamia can't win for losing with Angela or Drew. Like, I like how Shamia mentioned in her confessional, all it took was us having this little back and forth. It's not even a back and forth. We're not arguing. We're just talking about the situation and our perspectives. And now you're calling me a lapdog again. Like, you want an issue with me. Now you're being nasty and rude to me. And I like how Shamia's calling it plain, just like that. But yeah, it just shows that Drew, like, to me, like I said, she's not authentic. Like, it was nice to see them, you know, get along while it lasted, but I just knew it ultimately wasn't gonna last. Drew is up Portia's ass. Angela's up Portia's ass. Cynthia's up Portia's ass. Phaedra wiggles in and out when she wants to, but then she'll also tell you, if you got the money for the pussy, then you got the pussy for the money.
Got the pussy for the money. You got the money for the pussy. My final bulletin point was Kay a damn fool for that ending. Her and Shamia singing it. Like, that was just classic Housewives right there. That shit was funny stuff. And I'm glad she brought Shamia her car back. Because, girl, not you left your purse but took her car. But all in all, I enjoyed the episode. It was pretty nice. For this one, some of my notes are a little back and forth because I tried to do instead of rewatching the whole thing, I tried to go back and rewatch scenes. But by the time we got to the second break, I got Peacock, I got the ads. I don't got time for that. Like, if I didn't have the ads, maybe I'd do it, but I don't know. But I did go back and rewatch up until like Gerald's birthday party, so that's why some of my notes are a little out of order. But with that being said, y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode down below. I think this review is a little shorter, thank God. And then I left my phone over there, so I don't gotta edit out when I was getting too deep into my text messages and shit. But yeah, with that being said, y'all have a great day. Let me know what y'all think about the episode and the season thus far. I think they're doing pretty good. Like, people are talking, whether or not y'all like the newbies. They're giving y'all something to talk about. I like how the trailer happened, and then we actually saw shit from the trailer, a good chunk of shit from the trailer. I'm interested to see next week's episode. I hope Dennis is not proposing to, like, angry. Excuse me. With that being said, yep, y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Were y'all team Drew? Were y'all team Shamia? What do y'all think about Angela's allegations against Shamia? What do y'all think about Phaedra and Shamia? All of a sudden, that's her favorite. And yeah, y'all let me know y'all's thoughts down below. Sound off in the comments. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Heifer, not you leaving in my car.